JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, man dies after car plunges into Catherine Hall yard. Residents of Catherine Hall in St. James were given a major fright in the wee hours of Saturday morning when a car overturned in a yard, killing the driver of the vehicle. The deceased has been identified as 37-year-old Donald Sutherland, a sound system selector of a Campbell Hill address in Tucker, St. James. Reports are that at about 12:20 p.m., Sutherland was driving a Toyota Axle motor car towards West Green when he failed to navigate a roundabout and ended up in the yard. He was thrown from the vehicle, where he received injuries to his head and other sections of his body. He was later pronounced dead at hospital. 2 other male occupants of the vehicle were admitted to hospital for treatment. It is reported that no major damage was done to the house. According to one of the residents, they were alerted to the accident because of the noise. We were inside the house when we heard the noise, and when we looked, the car was on the top and the guy outside on the ground, the woman remarked, explaining that initially they didn't realize how serious the accident was. She explained that the area in particular is prone to crashes. Family members and friends who later gathered on the scene said Sutherland was on his way home after playing at a party. One injured in Scotiabank ATM explosion, more than $12 million loss estimated. The police have confirmed that a man was injured in the explosion at the automated teller machine ATM section of a Scotiabank branch in Port Antonio, Portland on Saturday morning. The man was found hours later in an incinerator at the back of the building. He is currently in hospital receiving treatment. Meanwhile, the police said investigators are now following strong leads and expect to make a breakthrough in short order.
And that we received is that the loss is in excess of $12 million. We are unable to say at this time whether or not how much it will exceed that, because when we did closer analysis and inspection of the premises, it is substantially more based on what the damage is seen on the inside. So at this stage, we know that it is likely to be exceeding $12 million.
One more question. Is it suspected to be foul play?
Based on the information that we have at this time, we believe that the explosion was caused by some criminal activity. So we are following strong leads, and we have teams from various departments within the Jamaica Constabulary Force on location. We have persons from Kingston who are assisting in the investigation, and we will continue to do all that we can to get to the bottom of this incident.
The cause of the explosion has not been ascertained. However, criminal activity is suspected. Officers said the initial estimated loss is assessed to be in excess of $12 million. A section of the bank, which houses 2 ATMs, was destroyed in an explosion heard at approximately 4:10 a.m. on Saturday. On arrival, officers observed fire and smoke coming from the front of the building. Further investigations revealed that the 2 ATMs were also destroyed during the explosion. The Port Antonio Fire Department was contacted, and a team of 7 firefighters responded and extinguished the blaze. The police said a high-level probe is being conducted by several entities. In the meantime, individuals with information that can assist with investigations can contact the police by calling 119, 311, or any of the following numbers. Operations Office via 876-322-9357 or 876-440-1526. Port Antonio CIB via 876-322-9263 or Port Antonio Guard Room via 876-993-2546. or 876-322-9368. Manhunt underway for a gunman who killed St. Thomas construction worker. The police in St. Thomas are on the hunt for a gunman who attacked and killed 44-year-old construction worker Ron Hales of Albion in the parish yesterday. Hales was employed to China Harbour Engineering Company, was shot dead at a cookout at a shop in the community. Reports are that he was inside ordering food when several explosions were heard. Hales was later seen on the floor with gunshot wounds. The police say a licensed firearm challenged the attackers, and one of them is believed to be injured. Family intensifies search for a mobile woman swept away by floodwaters. The family of the St. James woman swept away by floodwaters on Tuesday has intensified their search for her. Early this morning, her two sons, Gregory Walters and Carl Poyser, dug through debris along the bank of the Montego River in St. James before help came. Both men live overseas. State entities have been searching since Tuesday when the body of 12-year-old Janelle Walters, the granddaughter of the missing woman, 68-year-old Beryl Walters, was found. The woman's husband, Beres, and their granddaughter, Shannon, were rescued by residents. The four were traveling in a Toyota Succeed motor car when they pulled off the road because of rising waters in Westgate. While there, the situation worsened with the water moving the vehicle towards the Montego River. The family got out of the car and were swept away as well as the car. Gregory Walters told reporters today that the incident has been traumatic for some family members. He said amid prayer, some have been seeking professional help. But Gregory said the family wants greater support from the authorities, such as divers. We just think we need some help, and nobody's giving us any information, he said. Acting Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon, said the authorities are doing the best they can. He also said he has instructed the disaster coordinator to reach out to Marine Park to get divers. The acting mayor has also reached out to the National Environment and Planning Agency for permission to do the silting of the river if the divers are unable to locate the missing woman. Andre Barnaby keeps his community clean. Andre Barnaby is on a quest to ensure that people in and around his community are actively keeping their environment clean. He has been providing decorated garbage bins that have been placed at strategic locations to motivate people to use them and avoid litter in their communities. Barnaby, a resident of Eden Gardens in the Vineyard Town area of Kingston, likes to find ways to uplift those around him and to find solutions to problems that generally go unnoticed. The 27-year-old graduate of Kingston College and the University of the West Indies, Mona, is motivated to give back and to help improve his country. My motivation comes from my family and how I was growing up. They are always helping, and in turn, I got the trade too. And as the saying say, do good and good will follow you. I don't have an organization, but I work as an individual or alongside many charitable groups. I'm looking to create one for myself in short order, Barnaby said. Many persons have benefited from Barnaby's interventions, including children in his community that he assists with reading, writing, and comprehension skills. He's a happy camper when the children do well and excel beyond their expectations. The sky's the limit, and any feasible idea that one has can come to a reality with proper planning and confidence, especially if it is in an area that the person is passionate. The power of writing, speaking, and also social media has changed the dynamics of getting to persons and also of getting help to execute these projects, Barnaby said. During the coronavirus pandemic, while a youth parliamentarian for East Kingston and Port Royal, Barnaby also installed and donated sanitizing stations to the Winward Road Primary School and also provided bins for several communities in the constituency. Everybody else was doing normal projects, so I tried to be different and spontaneous. I wanted to ensure that the students were safe during the pandemic. The principal and students were quite happy for our efforts, Barnaby said. I also organized a day of prayer and encouragement with random persons along that same thoroughfare, he said. As a coach with the middle distance athletes at Kingston College, he is also a mentor to these students. Coaching is a lot like mentoring and is understandable in these modern times. I teach my athletes important lessons that can and will be applicable to their lives, he said. Barnaby is currently working on his accreditation as a volunteer with the Caribbean Coastal Area Management Foundation and is hoping to undertake projects relating to sea pollution and the creation of and protection of fishing sanctuaries. I also intend to undertake a Go Green with 13 project, where 1,300 trees will be planted among 13 countries within the region, he said. For his efforts in community and nation building, Barnaby received the Prime Minister's Youth Award for Nation Building in 2018 and was recognized as a Sagicor Community Hero in 2020. He has also been recommended for appointment as a Justice of the Peace. Jamaica reports 48 new COVID cases, 2 deaths. Jamaica on Friday reported 48 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the total number of confirmed cases reported on the island to 129,489. The country also reported 2 more virus-related deaths, bringing the death toll since the start of the pandemic to 2,943. Of the new reported cases, there were 34 females and 14 males, with ages ranging from 1 day to 108 years. The cases were recorded in Clarendon 1, Hanover 1, Kingston and St. Andrew 10, St. Anne 9, St. Catherine 8, St. James 13, Westmoreland 1, St. Mary 2, and Trelawney 3. Meanwhile, the latest victims are an 84-year-old male from St. James who died in April 2021, and a 94-year-old female from Westmoreland who died in July 2021. The country also recorded 90 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 82,965. The positivity rate was 4.3% in the latest round of testing. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.